This is a Headgum original.
Podcast but outside, right?
Nice.
Do you guys remember that scene in Big Fat Liar where Frankie Muniz is like, he's like hopped up on Coca-Cola and he's like out in the prop warehouse and he's like going like this with like one of those like ping pong things with the ping pong ball attached to string and he's like, I'm at the beach.
That's you right now?
It's a wax episode. I thought this was at I'm on Eastern time, and I thought this was at 3 p.m. Even though you guys are also on Eastern time. I've been falling apart at the seams this week because I'm home with my family for Christmas. That's why I'm in a nondescript basement with fluorescent lighting, and I just don't look as like svelte as I usually do in the studio. Do you know what I mean? So I gotta change things up. Maybe I'm in Alaska.
I honestly thought you were in like one of the Headgum conference rooms. Like that's what the background
is kind of an indictment against my parents' basement, but because those rooms look like shit.
It's very like canonically uncool to be in your parents' basement.
Yeah, it's kind of a sign of failure. Yeah, I was gonna say because this is also like nobody's home for the holidays yet. That everybody's doing that next week.
Yeah,
agreed. You said you've been home all week.
Yeah, because I'm going here for a week, and then I'm going to my girlfriend's family's house in Kansas for a week.
Sure.
That's way too long to be away for the holidays. I don't know how this happened.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's hard for me to disappoint people, especially my family and hers.
It does seem like you're falling apart at the seams.
I'm not doing well this week. That's why it's a wax episode, and it is what it is. My tinnitus is flaring up. I'm trying like hell to reverse it. Okay. Have you heard of this audio remodulation therapy?
You've done it on this podcast while I was talking before.
So imagine that. I mean, no, they say that if you do it for 4 to 6 hours a day for 6 months, you can reverse your tinnitus, maybe. So I'm going to actually try the shit while I'm sleeping, starting tonight. I'm going to start tinnitus.
Nice.
So
I don't think it would help mine. Mine, I think, is
I'm as small as a blade of grass. Emma, it's okay to enjoy the bits. It's silliness. It's not real. It's not real.
He didn't actually get shrunk, Emma. Don't worry.
That was why
everywhere
I wasn't laughing.
You look, everywhere is a place that Robin Williams used to live at.
His tunnel, no less.
He has a tunnel? Or he has tinnitus? Yeah. Where is it? In San Francisco?
I believe we're looking at it.
That's a bridge.
Somewhere over there.
Like past the bridge or...
just past the bridge. There's the Robin Williams
water.
tunnel.
I mean, look, we have enough to get to that we might be able to make this one of those milquetoast end of year episodes. Next week's episode should be pretty fun. It's going to be with Miles Bonsignore and Riley Anspaugh. We're kind of reprising Santa Bitch. And but for this week, we have some of the dregs of the New York studio. So please welcome to the show, Marika Brownlee.
Yeah.
Emma Foley.
Yeah. Such a mean intro.
And Joel Dunoff. Wow! When was the last time you guys were on the show? It's been a while, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like the live show.
I can't remember the last time that I was like in one of these chairs and not engineering.
That's cool. Yeah, it had to have been the live show.
Even the episode that we recorded after the live show.
The kind of post-mortem on that. Let me ask you this. So I texted Marika. I said, what are our actual numbers these days? Do you want to say them on live?
No, and I didn't want to say them to you, which is why I didn't answer you.
So they're not doing well.
I just feel like every year at the end of the year, you ask me this question and I tell you, and then you're like, I'm going to do a lot to get us up to X amount, and then you don't. And sometimes you send episodes late and all kinds of stuff.
And instead you beg for a live show.
Yeah.
That's true, but I genuinely had that intent last year, but then I had multiple head injuries that I'm still dealing with. So I'm wondering this year, maybe with that absent from the picture, we're gonna get to like Kylie Kelsey level.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I know. I didn't know she
Joel's
started
the only one who
Me
got that
neither.
reference.
Yeah, I didn't know she started.
But no, apparently it's big.
I mean, it'd be
Guys,
great.
I mean, all of our podcasters can see their stats. Do we not give Geoff?
No, he
that
has full
ability?
access. He could
On
figure it
Gumball
out.
or
Just like everything that you have a login to, you could use to.
well, I know what the things are on the YouTube, but I know that doesn't tell the full story, right?
Yeah,
Just like my
right.
deposition.
I'd say that we're like pretty the same.
Okay.
But there's other stuff that I think we should start doing.
Oh, so we've gone down a little bit, like 8, impressions wise.
Like 8.
Like 8.
Like
But maybe those 8 people died. So you can
Is that
expect
it?
the
I
new
feel like there
listeners are
has
going
to
to
be
be born
more.
this year.
That's true. Yeah, there's going to be some babies who are really interested in us
There's
hawking
going to
chime.
turnover.
Mhm.
That's cool.
What's that?
Marika, have you thought any more about my pitch to you that we kind of start our own rival network and this could be the flagship show? It could be the Sonder podcast network.
I guess this is the first I'm hearing of that pitch.
Oh,
And what would the flagship show be? The Headgum
the
podcast?
Headgum podcast would move to the Sonder network. Yeah,
Kind of
Right,
one
got
of the
it.
few shows that Headgum fully owns.
that's true. Yeah, you guys
IRC
fucked me on that
host.
deal, by the way. Did you just say rooting?
No.
Well, that's the word of the day.
How do you spell it?
ROOTING.
Oh, like,
like
rooting
through
hormone.
something.
Yeah, exactly right. Or like a rooter and plumber.
Never heard of that, but
Like when someone's like fucking
like a roofer
making
and
the
a plumber?
pipes. No.
Wait,
when they
oh no,
make
Rooter.
yeah.
There was a place in somewhere that I lived called Roto Rooter, and their jingle was like Roto Rooter. That's the name, and we'll bring those troubles down the drain.
Yeah, drains, I guess. No, to plumb is to make the pipes just so. Do you guys understand this idea?
I agree.
I didn't know that until 2020 when I installed a sink in my old apartment. And I realized, plumbing is just making sure the pipes fit. It's not like, it's also the idea of pipes, but I really only just thought of it usually as the idea of pipes and not like it as a verb. Like you are, like to plumb is to make the pipes just so. They fit in a way.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's disagreeing with you here.
No.
I can tell Emma's like chomping at the bit. Sorry, champing at the bit, which I realized is like the actual correct.
I mean, plum is
Phrase.
also like the converse of flush.
Sure, which I guess maybe factors into the idea of it all. I just didn't really explore the idea of plum. I mostly thought when you hear the word plum, I think of the fruit, right? I didn't think adding a B to the end and making it a verb.
What's that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big discovery for you, man. I'm happy for you.
My bond of the week is Pennywise the Clown.
That's
Who?
good.
Pennywise, aka it.
Yeah.
Timely.
I would wait. How so?
In that it's not at all.
Yeah, okay. Claws are finally coming out.
Oh, wait, no, there is a
Emma got
new-
my ass.
There is a new It series coming out.
Oh,
Really?
It.
There you go.
It's the clown. It's Pennywise. I want to see
How
if
much
this.
clearer could we be, Joel?
I want to see if this fool has range, dude. Yeah, okay, he can intimidate tykes, but can he shoot perps?
I have to imagine.
I don't know if he has the gunmanship. Let
I feel
alone,
wait, is he a clown?
He is a clown.
he's a fucking fool.
Pennywise
If that's
is the
what you mean.
clown, is the antagonist in the Stephen King book It,
Yeah.
which was turned into a movie. And then there was It 2, and now there's a prequel series, I think.
It's 0.
Describing
I've
his
not seen-
childhood trauma or what? It's
I've
just
not
like
seen
a.
any of these.
I feel
What's
like
I'm too scared.
Spielberg movie about his like fine childhood?
I feel like clown school would actually be like it's quite a versatile training. Like I think your gunmanship would improve.
I don't
after
think he
going
had
to clown
training.
school.
He's from the sewers.
Did he have draining though? Because I want to know if rooting has an issue with it. Because Pennywise emerges from the fucking sewer.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he was actually a rooter and plumber.
This show is a perfect
Sounds like
circle.
you're really subverting the canon here, Geoff.
Imagine Pennywise the clown with a plumber's crack, and he's kind of cuckolding the husband who's away at work.
I don't
right?
really want to. He also wears bloomers.
So imagine,
Like,
yeah, well, he's.
This is
What do you mean
Pennywise.
bloomers? Like the.
Oh my god,
There's
that's
a lot of
scary.
cinching with bloomers. You're not so much going to have.
I thought bloomers were
the
like
crack isn't
just
gonna be a
normal
problem.
panties.
No.
Okay,
they're
so
like-
bloomers are like boxer shorts, but for old
But
grandmothers.
cinched at the thighs.
Or people
I
of all
wouldn't-
ages, Geoff.
Okay. Have you guys ever donned bloomers?
No,
Or is
but
that
I've
a
looked.
question that I shouldn't ask?
I've looked at
Well, as like a
purchasing
clothing
them.
item.
Yeah,
It's not necessarily an undergarment.
Okay, it's an overgarment. I was going to ask, yeah.
actually, Sonder House I think sells bloomers.
So, yes, we talked about this, Marika, because you were the one that brought up Sonder House, and I was like, what if we came up with our own podcast network called the Sondery Network, which is like Wondery, but kind of worse.
What's
But this-
Sonder House?
It's
I'm
a
so glad you asked.
brand.
Isn't
So
like
you're
that
familiar
hotel
with
thing?
Brown Jordan, right? This is kind of the
Good to see
hotel offshoot of Brown Jordan.
Why
I'm
won't
lost.
you die?
Who you guys is Bonds of the Week? Mine was Pennywise. We got all the way from Pennywise to
I forgot.
Bloomers, gunmanship of clowns and
Those are
fools.
definitely bloomers.
But yeah, Pennywise wears them out of the house. I think it's kind of like
Wow, the
As
sewers.
do I. I thought you were
And
talking
you don't
about
know what?
Salter House.
what is
Oh,
Salter
Salter
House?
House
And
is
I also
Salter
have
House
bloomers
similar
from
vibe.
there.
Yeah.
Is Salter
I'd say
House
they're-
a hotel chain from the chefs at
No.
Salt Air? Okay.
The
Didn't even let me get it out.
Saltaire-
Wow, you're an asshole.
Saltaire is a brand of like creams and body wash.
Mm.
So
Okay. Well, Bonds of the Week. Now that we've come to a
I guess
dead
I'll
end.
go with the Babadook if you're going Pennywise.
Kind of stealing my idea, but let's hear why.
It's time for a queer icon bond.
So it should have been
Um,
Daniel Craig, right?
Fair. In light of recent news, maybe.
Daniel Craig gay.
No, but there were tweets going around last week that someone was like, my friend's been invited to sex parties at Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz's house, and they're both pansexual.
Nice.
Which,
Well, he's also in the. Wait, is he in the new movie Queer?
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
That was all I was referencing, so now we have some tea.
yeah. I mean, it's not.
Emma, who do
Obviously
you got
not
for Bond of the
confirmed.
Week?
It's someone
Sorry.
on Twitter, but
Yeah. He
I
also
hope-
wasn't confirmed to the church, I want to say. I don't think he's Catholic as hell.
yeah, I don't think so.
Were you guys confirmed? Any of you guys confirmed? I know, obviously not Joel.
Obviously.
I was
Emma, you were?
no.
What was your patron saint or whatever the hell you have to...
Saint
Good force.
Cecilia
And what was she the saint of?
of music. And it's also my grandmother's name.
Okay, it's your grandmother's name. Music, sorry.
You
I
think
was-
music's a
No, I did it for my grandmother.
Okay.
And then the music's just a nice bonus. As an
I know, well, we
enjoyer,
should say you play the French
a
horn.
fan. Yes.
Marika, were you confirmed in the Catholic Church?
No.
I was.
Really?
Yeah,
What's
my
your
dad's
saint?
really Catholic. That's why my last name. He's from the Catholic. My ancestors are from the Catholic part of South India. That's why people will often ask the racist question, like, "Oh, if you're so brown, why is your last name James?" I'm like, actually, if you knew your shit, you know that there's like a Catholic cohort in
Yeah, I
on the
didn't know
southern
about
tip.
this.
Well, you like learning
Do
new
people,
shit.
has anyone
Now you're probably
ever
gonna end
said
up
to
telling
you,
someone
"You're
else like
so
you.
brown, why is your last name James?"
Well, not in as many
I
words,
have
but
to
a lot.
imagine
It
you.
is like a microaggression when people are like, "Wait, your dad's the brown one? Why is your last name James?"
You're so
But fair.
brown. Why is your last name Jordan?
See, now someone said it, although he kind of did his own spin on it. I would advise you to stick to the script. But no, I was confirmed in the Catholic Church. I was forced to go to Catholic church every Sunday growing up. It was awful. I felt such guilt after
What
my
would you
first
say
kiss.
in confession?
I confessed that I had my first kiss, and they made me like
Aw.
repent over the shit. I mean,
Oh.
I should have known better. This was like while I was studying for my SATs, but still. That's not funny enough. It should have been when I was like 30.
It's not funny enough
Yeah.
because
Yeah, because some people do have their first kiss when they're 17. No,
You were overwhelmed studying. You needed to get your nerves out somehow.
So, yeah, the rest is history. Which there's no shame in that. I'm going to end up cutting that out.
yeah, definitely. You're gonna cut that out.
Either that or I'm going to run it through like a Joel AI voice generator. I have been working on that for a while. No, I don't know. Definitely my first kiss, I remember just feeling shame about that, but which is insane.
Even before you made it to confession.
I don't think I actually said that in confession. I think I just felt bad in church the day after a B'nai Mitzvah that I went to and had my first kiss on a squash court at a club. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Harsh fluorescent lights coming down from a 30-foot tall ceiling. She used a lot of tongue, and now she's a Trump supporter. Anywho, Joel, do you have a bond of the week, or do you want to move on?
Let's just go back to the well that keeps on giving. Reeve Carney yet again.
Which is in line, I would say, because Pennywise is a carny.
Val.
Yeah. I don't know if he's a carny. Reeve Carney going back to London to do Hadestown. So.
Do you guys know how long we've been going for?
Not a clue.
I have some more to get to. I just want to know if we should take a break. Maybe we just take the break, just in case. Sorry, let's see you go. Thank some of our sponsors. I do think we have a sponsor on this episode, actually, that's coming out. Yeah, 27. Shout out. Holy shit, there's an ad. Guys, we are calling upon you, our audience, because we are conducting an audience survey at gum.fm/what's that? And we want to hear from you guys so that we can keep creating this content that you love. You know this, we know this. For a podcast to run, there have to be ads on it, right? And we want to improve that advertising experience for you so that it's more tailored to our general audience. But in order to do that, we need to know a little bit more about you guys, our audience. Now, the survey is quick, easy, and free, and it's a great way to support me and this podcast. You may have noticed there haven't been a lot of ads on the show the past couple of months, and at a certain point, you don't know if that's going to jeopardize the show. We just don't know. So it'll only take you 2 minutes or less, and you'll be really helping me out and the show by filling it out, by filling out this survey, so that we can know what things you guys maybe need or want, what categories of advertising might fit you guys best as a whole. And then we can tailor the advertising endeavors to your guys' needs. So go to gum.fm/what's that to fill out our audience survey. Again, that's gum.fm/what's that. Thanks, guys. Welcome back to the segment, guys. I have an ad right now on my soundboard website. It says it's a shirt for a kid, and it says I've got my daddy's temper and my mama's. Well, now I've clicked on it. I got
Sonder.
I got my mama's Sonder. No, I did want to bring it into our next segment. Here we go, full steam ahead. We're bringing it into Joel's Wow.
All right.
So we've done Casey's Dimes. We've done Grace's Purloins. Now we're doing Joel's Wow. Basically, this is a quantitative instead of qualitative segment. How much wow does Joel have?
Is Joel answering or are we answering?
We can all answer. Maybe we start without. Let's start and end with Joel so that we can kind of get the right answer, because I think he's the only one who knows.
Sometimes Joel says, "Wow," like that.
Yeah.
And what is he staring at when he says that?
Kind of into the distance. I think it's a true wow.
Wow. That's a lot of wow.
The purest form of wow.
Joel is that's like a movie poster that says Joel Dunoff is the purest form of wow. Marika, how much wow do you think Joel has?
Maybe like a bucket's worth.
That's not a lot.
I don't know how much is a lot. It could be a lot. Could also be a little. I don't know.
I feel like you're not actually plussed at a lot, though. Like I don't when Joel really cracks up, I feel like he exhibits a lot of wow and joy. And I know we're not doing Joel's joy, which would have probably been a better segment, but I'm just saying
Save it for next year.
I don't see you get wowed because I feel like you know a lot of trivia facts. You pride yourself on your intelligence, which is quite clear.
None of this is true.
So I'm like, I don't think you get wowed by a lot because I don't think you learn often.
I mean, you absolutely floored me with the Catholic section of Southern India.
I know, but that was maybe the first time I've ever seen you wowed. So I'm gonna.
The first time you told me about your family's history.
I'll agree with Marika that it's a bucket's worth, which is not a lot of wow. It's not a lot of wow. Joel, what's your answer? You know best of all, let's say.
I was actually thinking when you were doing all your fun backgrounds earlier, I feel like a photo booth thing in like middle school was like the like wow thing. Yeah, that.
I've never seen that. Mom?
Yeah. And is that your answer to how much wow you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was easy.
All right, guys. While I was in New York, I obviously was like talking a lot about writing. I didn't really get to it much. I'm still trying to come up with the perfect novel title to write. Once I have it, I feel like it'll write itself. Right this week, I'm going to pitch you guys on Wreck-It Mass.
Okay.
Like Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah, but it's about Sam Shackle.
Why?
Why Mass?
Because her
Massa.
last name is Mass.
Wreck-It Massa also works.
I thought it was like what you did to the church service when you came back having had your first kiss.
I was thinking it was like something to do with Massachusetts, like the state of Massachusetts.
Well, Casey Affleck would play
state of Massachusetts.
Shackle, we should say.
Oh.
Casey
Okay.
Affleck is Shackle.
I actually feel like a tween disrupting church services with their like promiscuity could be a good plot.
Wait,
You're
what?
interested in tweenage promiscuity?
Just like, no, more like a
plot of
commentary
what?
on the church.
Oh, of the book.
Did you guys have a New York Headgum holiday party? If not, wow.
we had dinner.
Yeah, we had dinner.
6 of us just went to dinner.
Where'd you go to dinner? And is it Gramercy Tavern? And if not, wow.
Stop wowing.
No, we went to Ilili, which is a Lebanese restaurant near
Okay.
the office.
It was fire.
It's really good.
You guys never go to the fancy spots in Manhattan. I feel like what's
was pretty
worth
fancy.
it about
It was pretty
working in
fancy.
Manhattan? Yeah, but it's not like American food. I mean, how
Marika,
fancy
what was that
could
cocktail you had?
Which one? Oh, the passion fruit one?
Yeah, that shit was fancy.
I don't think that was fancy, but
Your
it was
beautiful
just
cocktail.
large. Yeah.
It was just, it was like a goblet.
Jeff, we got a brick of raw meat.
Yeah.
It was
A
so
steak?
good.
No.
No.
Steak
a
is
brick
not
of raw meat.
Kebab. He
Like
means
a tart-
exactly that.
Like a tartare, but in brick form.
That sounds terrible. The best part of tartare is that it's kind of pushed down onto the plate with a fork.
Well, that
Well, they
happened
did
right in
that
front of
in
our
front of
eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was tableside tartare. Tableside
You
service.
could say that.
Why did you guys not go to Gramercy Tavern? Because I feel like Sage was trying to get you to take her to Gramercy.
I mean, that's true. Sage isn't here anymore.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, even while she was there and you had someone really actively pushing for it, you guys never really worked up the huevos to get the eggs at Gramercy.
That's true.
I'm wondering if you guys ever go to Keen's before it gets taken over by the owner of Houston Steakhouse. Have you guys not heard? Have you guys not heard about this?
No, what the hell is Keen's?
Keen's
Like,
is
Isn't
one of the
it?
oldest
Isn't it like
steakhouses.
that shoe brand? It's like
That's
Those
true.
Keds?
Yeah.
That's absolutely
Oh.
true. That's true. That's true.
it's shrewd.
Keen's is a steakhouse in Midtown.
It's like those shoes you get that are like unbelievably versatile for walking in water, but make you look like
A
the way
fucking
Jeff
dork.
sounded when he said he's staying in his parents'
I
house.
understand.
Parents' basement.
Yeah.
All right, Joel. Joel's kind of on fire today. I didn't want to say anything, but I have to give him his chops. But I will have to say that,
You've
you know,
reached your limit on talking.
because you're starting to make me look bad, right? No, Keen's is one of the oldest steakhouses in New York. It used to be like a Broadway theater club. I can't believe Marika doesn't know about this shit. People would smoke pipe tobacco, and so there's all these like they would keep their pipes at the club, and so you go and you eat there. It's no longer a pipe tobacco place, but all the pipes are lining the hallowed halls, and
it's like a team clubhouse where you walk in and instead of keeping your cleats and your baseball bat, you pull out your pipe and go to work.
That's exactly right. So it was kind of the hub of cancer in Midtown for a while, but now it's sort of a place where you can get a fine steak.
Gotcha.
It got purchased by the guy who owns not Delmonico's, one of those chain steakhouses, the nice chain steakhouse. I forget the one.
Williams.
Morton's. Yeah, I think it's Morton's.
Oh, is it on like
35th or something? Yeah. I think it's 38th or something, but it's near. It's like it's near 42nd, but it's south.
Where do you get your restaurant news, by the way?
I look up oldest restaurants in whatever city I'm in because I feel like I'm continuing the history.
How?
By eating there. That's all that I need to do to further it.
Did you ever go to Francis Tavern?
I'd love to go to Francis. I just think the food isn't as good as Keen's and it's as expensive from what I've read. But I'd like to go to Francis because they have it's like a pub though, but with the price of a steakhouse because they have like pretzels and shit. But it's still like, expensive as heck. Also, like when am I in FIDI other than when I'm being deposed?
I'm just saying you said you make a point to look up the oldest restaurants and you didn't go.
It's on my list.
To Francis.
All right.
What's the oldest
Happy
restaurant in your parents' neighborhood in Ohio?
I don't think they stay open very often, but I can get a numbers crunch on that right now. Oldest restaurant, I'll just say Cleveland because Sugar Falls is too small. Guarino's. It's an Italian restaurant, which we don't have a shortage of here. There's a lot of terrible red sauce Italian in Ohio. Like, it's a lot of people who like came from New York, came from New Jersey, and like, I don't know what happened to the family recipes, but I guess just every passing grandmother just like, I guess soured it by adding like a cup of sugar to the sauce. It's like disgusting. It's like overcooked noodles in red sauce that tastes like it's been made out of candied yams.
You're getting so angry.
Because
I'm really sorry that happened.
Well, I grew up thinking I hated Italian food, and then people would be like, "What are you talking about? Italian food's amazing." I'm like, "No, it's not." And then I tried some like not Ohio Italian food, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, this is pretty good actually."
I get what you mean. Yeah, I feel like
I will say shout out Mama Santa's. That's the only good Italian restaurant in Ohio.
I don't think we had, or I never went to like small Italian restaurants in my hometown.
You were worried you'd run into Billy Joel?
No.
Emma should have.
Not in Savannah, Georgia.
I grew up, you can see Billy Joel's house across the water from where I live.
You all across the water, right? So to get there, you'd have to drive like 7 hours.
Or on a boat, Geoff.
Did you have those restaurants, Carrabba's, that always had plants on the roof?
No.
I didn't, but I know what you're talking about, and I've seen them more in adulthood.
Did you have Bertucci's?
No.
I did in Boston, yeah.
We had P.F. Chang's. We had a place called Max and Irma's. I don't know if that was a regional chain or a national chain, but that place was fucking great. Bob Evans, which is a regional chain for sure, but we used to go to Bob Evans.
I think I got hair in my eggs at Bob Evans.
Oh.
Isn't Bob Evans like a breakfast place?
Sorry, can you say there's a hair in my soup?
Well, he
Joel,
asked for it on the side.
Just as a thought experiment. Can you? Yeah, sorry, I didn't. Can you say there's a hair in my soup, but to the like in the voice of Woody from Toy Story?
I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna do with this audio.
Marika, can you do it? You know the reference I'm talking about. Instead of there's a snake in my boot, there's a hair in my soup.
Oh, I didn't know the reference.
All right, this sucks.
Sorry.
No, it's sorry.
Yeah, you should do it.
There's a hair in my soup.
Oh, now I think I know what you're talking about. But it was eggs. If in fact it's the place I'm thinking.
Love to put eggs
Guys,
in
we
my
did this
soup.
last week, but with a different slew of guests. I wanted to talk to you guys about Thanksgiving regrets, right? Nobody really gets to all the things that they should be grateful for on Thanksgiving. I know it's been almost a month, but what did you guys mean to be thankful for on the day and you didn't quite make it to there?
I guess I meant to be thankful for having friends over, and then they kind of pissed me off.
So you didn't forget. You got
What happened?
No, it was fine. I realize that I am
The problem.
kind of like a I'm a problem. I'm a real like backseat chef, and I asked my friends to do some things.
Was it a
to help.
potluck?
No, it was I really want to make all the food and you can bring ingredients or like a small thing. And I asked them to grate potatoes, and I was like, you guys are in charge of making latkes. I'm sending someone the recipe. You figure it out. And they really did not. And it
What
took
did they come out like?
a long time. They came out fine. They weren't fried as well as I would have liked them to be. And I didn't do the frying, but they were ultimately like, okay, it just took, I think, 2 times longer than it should have. And that really set a tone for myself for the rest of the evening.
Did other people notice you're weary, or did they like move on business as usual and they had a great time, which kind of furthered your anger?
Probably
Or did the duration of the latke making ruin their Thanksgiving too?
No, they were fine. I'd say it was more that like they did notice my weary because I was like, why is this taking so long? and then we got over it. And it
Okay.
was a
I do
good
feel like
time.
hosting Thanksgiving is stressful.
It's
there's no way
stressful
around
and
that.
it's
How do
hard
you
when
figure?
people are kind of like hovering over you but like not doing anything.
Well, people show up and they start
That's
drinking
so
and they
me.
hover and they try to talk to you while you're trying to like make sure that the potatoes au gratin are getting
Sure.
that crisp glaze on top while remaining soft as a baby's rump in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's tough for Unk.
For you, that's what you made for Thanksgiving?
No, my mom made that. I was one of the hoverers, actually. If you can fucking believe it.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to sugarcoat it, and I'm not one to, but that was all we had for the day. And I'm wondering if you guys have anything you want to wax.
Like the first lap with me.
They didn't
Which is always
they
fun
didn't
because
answer
there's
their
gonna be a
Thanksgiving
distraction.
regrets.
There's a good-
What are you playing?
Stop.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you guys have Thanksgiving regrets over?
You don't want to hear?
No, I'd love to hear. Sorry, I'm really interested.
I don't know.
Are these just like regrets for the year in general?
No,
Or is it specifically things I forgot to be thankful for?
thank you, Emma. There's an adult in the room.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, he's an asshole.
I don't know. Joel, you go.
I don't think I was thankful enough for cryptocurrency.
Okay.
There's a lot of day trading happening at my Thanksgiving.
I met your parents after the live show. They seemed normal and great. I don't know how
my
you turned out the
parents
way you
weren't
did.
the ones day trading.
Who was?
I don't want to talk about
Your
it.
funkle, your drunkle, your gunkle.
I'm the funkle.
You have a you have a nibbling?
Yeah.
Who?
I'm not gonna say
I
his
mean, I
name
guess
on
don't
the
say
internet.
their name.
Have I ever met him? Is he in the show?
But yeah, I'm an unk for sure.
Yeah, how are we gonna get this fucker on the show?
Well, that's true. Or it could be one of our new fans to juice the numbers back up.
There you go. He could be one of the 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,000.
Maybe we should add some baby-sized
Great
merch to the
replacement. The
Headgum
8
store.
replacement.
I don't even mind that. Yeah, I would love that if it was possible.
You'd love baby-sized merch.
Yeah, like I don't know, onesies.
I don't think we need to cater to babies.
I think we do, because that's how we get them to be the next generation. Because then they'll see,
you get a fan for life.
they don't need to listen while they're like 18 months, but once they're like 18 years, they look back at baby photos and they're like, what's this onesie that says Grace's purloins mean? And then the parents are like, oh yeah, that's that podcast, the Headgum podcast, the one that's been long standing for 21 years. And then they're like, oh, I guess I should listen to that. And then they do. And suddenly the numbers spike in like 2051.
It's the long game.
I think we really need to be, I guess we need to be targeting like new parents, really.
That was one of the funniest things Emma's ever said, and nobody laughed. Her leaned back, all relaxed, shit-eating grin.
That's really
That's
mean.
the long game. On the show. With a shit-eating Cheshire grin, just being like, well, that's the long game. It's like, you love it? Why do you love it?
You would never understand the long game. Jim.
Yeah, sorry.
That was the subtext.
What's that?
And then I guess my Thanksgiving regret would be I didn't give thanks for the fact that I have a really reliable car.
Oh, that's great.
That's good.
Okay.
It's like a well-designed mid-2000s Toyota engine. And I just feel like I never really have to worry about breaking down or breaking through.
Did someone break into your car recently?
No, someone broke into my girlfriend's car.
Mm.
But that's not, I think, what you were thinking of, because I
What'd
definitely
they
didn't
take?
talk to you about that.
Oh no, but
Well,
something
there wasn't
bad
much-
happened to your car when you were moving.
Yeah.
That's what we're thinking of.
so-
Did it get towed?
I thought someone stole the bin, but it turned out that I just
You
forgot where I
parked it.
parked it. Yeah.
At Headgum.
I almost filed a police report. And
They would have
turned out-
arrested Marty, dude.
That's true. That's true.
That's the long game.
No, I was sad. I was like, I love that thing. Like, what am I don't even want to replace it with the exact same truck because it's not going to be the same one. Turned out everything was more than fine. That was
Yeah,
also
totally.
the day I moved.
I totally forgot about
Turns
that.
out
I
your
think I was
car is
with
insurance
AJ.
fraud, not your car is a massage.
We really have to wrap it up before we expound on anything Emma just said. What do you guys have going on? What do you want to point the people towards? Happy holidays, happy Honda days to you and yours for the holidays of today and your. Let's start with Marika.
Listen to all the new Headgum shows that have come out.
Can we not encourage people? Because I feel like they're going to be like, oh, this is just a better version of the Headgum podcast. Like, let's keep
So
these listeners
true.
where they are. Those shows will be fine because they're helmed by celebrities and people who have a huge following.
Just because someone's going to listen to another show doesn't necessarily mean they're leaving this one. And I feel like a lot of our fans say that this show particularly kind of like holds them hostage to week to week. So I think they're kind of beholden to us.
Yeah, but I have a scarcity mindset is all. It's kind of hard sometimes.
I would also say, if nothing else, you offer something really, really specific.
I'm in my own lane and I do appreciate you acknowledging that, but I just kind of want to be the only lane. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, for sure. Follow me at Marika Elon on Twitter. Still shadow banned on Blue Sky. No one's on Blue Sky, Letterboxd, etc.
I've been locked out of my letterboxd forevermore.
Why?
Content
I don't know.
for content you posted.
Yeah, probably. All my NSFW reviews.
It's all
You gotta get back
QAnon
on there,
theories
Emma.
that are inciting violence.
We've got to get you back into your letterbox.
We'll work on that. That can be a goal for 2025.
Mhm.
Getting back into my letterboxd account. Otherwise, you can follow me at Emma Rose Foley on Instagram.
I feel like
And that's all
Rose
I've
is a
got.
really good middle name. I kind of wish that was mine. And it's not too late. It could be Jeffrey Rose James.
Jeffrey Rose James
Yeah,
would be
it's kinda
beautiful.
At the very
It
least,
sounds
that's
like
a
more
funny
of a verb
Instagram
there.
handle. Yeah.
You should just make that your Instagram handle. That would be
And I
fun.
rised up next to you. Yeah. Joel, what do you got?
I feel like with your name it sounds like a noun, but with Jeff's name it sounds like a verb.
A slur, yeah.
Jeff.
I don't know why. Everyone should check out Micah's brand Amatona.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
kind of
Rocking
you.
the
Very
shirt.
kind of you, but you don't need to do that.
I bought a bag
great
yesterday. It was a mixed bag.
Nice.
The first day out with it, but ultimately I'm glad to have it.
Mm.
And you can follow me on Instagram at JoelManDunoff As always, it's a private account, so it'll be accepted or declined on a case-by-case basis.
At Jeffrey Rose Foley on Instagram, and we'll see you guys again next week. Have a happy Honda Days. Fuck. All right, Rose Foley just kind of roses off the tongue. At Jeffrey Rose James on Instagram. We'll see you guys again next
Mike
week.
is watching soccer.
And we appreciate your patronage. Tell your friends, I don't know how, but at least try. And namaste.
That was a Headgum original.